2025 was the year that my life became what I always wanted my life to be. I'm running my business successfully. I'm traveling. I lived in Airbnbs and hotels pretty much the whole year. I'm getting recognition from my friends and family back home. I have a crazy Instagram now. It's not the best for working on it, but my Instagram's good enough to the point where girls swipe up on my stories to ask me out, which never happened before, and I'm incredibly proud of. Off topic, but it's a vibe. Anyways, my life became what I wanted it to be, or what I thought I wanted it to be. And a lot of it actually sucked. So that's what this video is about. This video is my 2025 recap, essentially the goals I had for myself going into this year, what I actually accomplished, and what my goals, what I learned from that, what you guys can take away to not make the same mistakes that I did to make more money. For credibility's sake, I run a marketing agency, some people call it AI agency, freelance brand scaling, SMMA, whatever you want to call it. That's what I do. I do marketing for my clients, primarily in the roofing industry. And this is going on my third year doing this. I am 21 now. And this year, my agency, we had our first $100,000 a week. That's a dub. Also, very early on in this year, my agency started to pay me consistently a lot of money without me doing any work while I was traveling, while I was doing whatever I want to do. But there were also a lot of bad stuff. So we'll start with what I wanted to achieve this year, what I actually did, which is kind of what I just kind of went into, and then going into next year, what I learned and what my goals are going to be. So I have on my computer right here on the other side, because I actually don't have a camera to record my videos on. I always just use my phone. I have my 2025 video that I made December 29th of last year. Now it's December 29th of, I don't have my other phone with me. Now it's December 29th of this year. And we're good. 2024 for me, looking at this right now, that's when I just pretty much got out of broke Levi mode. I finally had some money in the bank. I'd finally made 6 figures. And I was broke, but I still hadn't exercised anything. I hadn't become the person I wanted to be yet. And my overall net goal was to become that person. So 2025, my goals were to have a consistent schedule. So wake up and go to sleep at the same time every single day. Reduce Instagram and YouTube consumption. And do a bunch of personal stuff. So I wanted to learn how to backflip. I wanted to learn my aesthetic. So get better at Instagram, having like nicer clothes that I feel like suit me, because I never had that beforehand. And I wanted to push harder when I want, because prior to that, I had made money. But whenever I made money, when I made my first 10K a month, I was like, oh, I did it. And then I took a break, fell off, lost momentum. Before that, 2024, I hit 50K a month. I was a 19-year-old and I was so proud of that. I was like, I deserved a break. I built a good business. And I did build a good business. I built a business that kept paying me, but my momentum fell off. So this year, I said, when I get momentum, I'm going unbelievably hard. So those were like my biggest lessons from 2024 and what my input goals were for myself. I had a few more, but those were the main ones. And as a result, I wanted to become just better at being me and just more consistent in the gym, more consistent eating healthy, more consistent schedule, and then better at like Instagram and portraying my life, which I don't think I did a very good job of the year prior. I'm not gonna lie, I failed at that completely, which I don't think you guys expected. Like I failed. Like I didn't do a good job. My only like income type goal that I wanted was to make 60K a month in take home profit in 2025. And I was on track to do that if I kept going with the coaching stuff because the margins are really high on it. I could have done it the next month and I would have hit my goal. But that wasn't aligned with like being me, which was like my top priority. Um, and even with the revenue I've made in the agency, I still haven't been able to pay myself 60K a month at this point. So I did the work. I got to the point where I knew how to do that. So in my book, I achieved it, but that's not what I'm saying I failed at. What I'm saying I failed at is I still have a very bad sleep schedule. I have not been consistent with pretty much anything in my life. And the only thing that I really achieved, that I did achieve, was my like personal aesthetic. Like I like the clothes, I like the background that you have. Like I like just looking like the person who I always wanted to be as a kid. Like if younger Levi saw Levi now and the life that I live, he would be proud, which is a really great feeling. I used to get really depressed around the holidays because I knew I hadn't made progress towards that. But this year at Christmas, you know, I had gifts for everyone. Even not at Christmas, I would just randomly give my cousin stuff or my sister stuff or my mom and dad. Like I'm getting them gifts that like no one else in the family can give them because I have money now, which is awesome. But I didn't become the person I wanted to be internally. I didn't build the discipline that most people need to make the money I make. This year, after still not really locking in, like I've had probably 3 or 4 periods in my life where I was working pretty hard for a period of like 2 to 3 weeks. And that's gotten me to the point where I'm at right now, having made hundreds of thousands of dollars online. Like when I try, like I beat everyone, but I'm just not consistent. And I don't know why. And I'm going to figure out how to fix it this year. I thought it was traveling, so I got this apartment. But then when my friends would call me to go on trips, like I would still go on trips. Like after I set in the travel ban in July, I went to Hawaii, San Diego. Where else did I go? Austin, Miami. And I think that's it. But still, that's 5 trips since saying I'm not going to go anywhere. That's like a trip a month, basically. After saying I'm not going to do anything, pretty much just breaking my promise to myself, I didn't go in the gym. And I really need to change that this year because I feel the best when I'm at my potential consistently, and actually going hard, not just like making money. Like when I was making money earlier this year doing no work, I felt like shit. Even more recently, as I've started to make a lot of money, I still don't feel good about it because it's not about the money. It's becoming a better person. That's what's rewarding. That's what feels good. And sure, spending money and enjoying it and going to do fun things with your friends is nice. But when your friends are equally as talented as you, except they actually fucking work, it becomes harder to hang out with them and do the things that they do because I don't have fuck you money. I have like little tiny baby internet rich kid money, which is not something that I want. Granted, I've done that more efficiently than anyone else has probably ever done it ever. But that's not something to be proud of. So going into 2026, my goal is to, yes, make a lot of money, and I want to spend some of that money on a car or multiple cars, even if it doesn't make sense. Travel less, still keep my Instagram good, upload one YouTube video every single month, just like how I used to do, just like how I got this following of 2 people, 4,000 people, how many subs I have. That's completely changed my life and found me pretty much all of my friends. So I need to keep doing that because that's helped me so much. And above anything, just slowly do everything I can to become a consistent, disciplined person. Because that's the thing I haven't been able to do yet. I've made money. I've helped a lot of other people make money. And for my inputs, I'm killing it. But there's still another, like, I'm going to be honest with you guys, realistically, I work 2 to 3 hours a day. Like, it's not good. In those 2 to 3 hours, I get a lot done. But there's so much more that I could do. And with that money, I could actually become like someone, like as a person from the inside, not just from what I look like, with like cool clothes and having a cool apartment. Like I live on the beach in California. Like that's sick. I have, again, the cool Instagram, but like internally, I know that like I could do so much better. Like I got the recognition that I wanted, but 2026, I'm just going to do everything I can to become consistent. So starting in February, I'm going to move to Austin. I'm going to get a cheap apartment there in a really nice building just so I can be around other rich people. They just take care of themselves. It's just a better vibe. So I'll get like the cheapest unit in a nice building with like an okay view. I'm going to get either a chef or meal prep to help me eat consistently, because right now I eat like whenever I have food. So like once a day, twice a day. And I'm really skinny for that reason. Like I'm 6'1", like 140. Those two numbers should not match up. I'm very underweight. We need to fix that. We need to go to the gym. So I'm also going to get a personal trainer to help me out and just show me the ropes in the gym. That needs to happen. Not because I'm trying to look a certain way. I mean, obviously I would love that. But just for like my own mental health and self-respect, going to the gym, doing something I don't want to do every day, it's going to be huge for me. And then the last part is sleeping. Sleeping every day at the same time, waking up every day at the same time, just on weekdays. On weekends, I can do whatever I want. I'll make it easier on myself. I want to set a very realistic goal because it's been very hard for me. On weekends, I can do whatever. But weekdays, I have a strict bedtime. So like Sunday, bedtime, 10 p.m., 11 p.m., I'll figure something out. And then on Monday, wake up at 6 or 7 or whatever the time is. And I'll have that be like set in stone of something that I want to do. And then aside from that, just like acquire skills and get better in business every day. Like, yes, the money will come, but I found that it really doesn't mean that much to me. Like I can lose a lot of money and it does not bother me at all. Like even a little bit, I do not care. And so it's not going to be a motivator, but just to have myself feel like I'm good. at something is a motivator. So acquire the necessary skills to build as good of a company as possible, because I can build a good business. Like, that's why I make as much as I make with as little effort as possible, because I have very concentrated, very accurate efforts that result in a lot of money. And if I can consistently do that really well, I know I can be like genuinely great at this, which will be like, it'll be really cool to look back and be like, damn, you were consistent for the first time in your life. Like, that will be something I'm like majorly proud of. And hopefully as a result of that, I can buy some cars. Like, even if it's very irresponsible, even if I lose a lot of money, but I'm disciplined, like, that's gonna be my, not reward, because the discipline and the feeling is the reward. I know a car is just a car, and that's why I started making money originally. I love cars. I watch every car YouTuber you can imagine. I know it's not like the end all be all, it's a materialistic thing, but I love them. It's cool. It's why I started this. So that's gonna be my reward this year if I do everything I say I'm gonna do. But yeah, I'll post a video every month. And I'm making this, I'm not editing it because I've been putting it off for a long time. And I want you guys to realize that I'm still learning. Like, I made $100,000 in a week recently. And I don't want this to be like me bragging. I want it to be like this channel always was, of me just like learning and continuously getting better at me, being more disciplined, being better at business, being better at like just feeling like I have like this, that, just like becoming who I wanted to be when I was a kid. It's really like what this channel is about. So I'm just trying to be transparent without being a douchebag, because I know big numbers like that make it seem scary. If you guys do want stuff from me, because I get a lot of DMs still asking to do one-on-one coaching calls, and most people offer me anywhere from like $400 an hour to $1,000 an hour. And I really don't want to do that. I get so distracted, and it's just not my thing. So I'm opening up Levi's group, which is my Discord. It has like the whole course that I built out for all the super expensive coaching stuff I was doing. And it's only $100 a month or $150 a month. So join it if you want to. If you don't, don't. But regardless, the thing that actually matters to me the most, please go follow me on Instagram. We're trying to get as much clout as possible, because like honestly, if I'm in a city and I post on my story that I'm in the city, and you watch this video, we're probably somewhat alike. Having boys everywhere is like genuinely the best feeling. So go follow me.